Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VeVe Ecomi video. And this one, we have a little bit of news to go over. So we have some news concerning some of the partners that VeVe is actually working with, but we also have some interesting news because we saw a few months back, there was an article written making fun of Trevor's work on Spider-Man. It was a bunch of insults talking about, yo, this looks like PlayStation 2 Spider-Man and stuff like that. You know, it was a lot of insults and stuff like that. But now we have something else being said coming towards Marvel. Again, I guess Marvel has some harsh critics out here, man. They have some crazy harsh critics. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that after these first two stories here. But before we do, be sure to drop a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated with everything going on. And yeah, also be sure to check out the links down below. Congratulations to everybody who has joined the private group. We are officially over 100 members and we're growing fast, yo. So thank you everybody who's joined. Lots more. We had giveaways. Giveaways are starting. I told you all it was coming at 100 members. And yeah, like a lot of lit stuff happening. A lot of lit stuff happening. So that being said, let's jump into this news. So as you can see, Warner Bros. Plans the Matrix Resurrections NFT project. So this is actually going to be something that Warner Bros. Is doing. They're going away from VeVe. As you know, they've been working with VeVe. VeVe was actually the first platform that Warner Brothers started working with, obviously through the DC license. So the Batmans and stuff like that is obviously owned by Warner Bros. And what's interesting is you see all this stuff in the news about these other projects that they work with, but they don't ever talk about VeVe. So this is what's kind of shaky for me about Warner Bros. And what's kind of shaky for me about DC. And I don't know, me personally, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, nothing against them, but I always feel like DC tends to be more so behind Marvel. And you can tell which company is actively working with VeVe and which one doesn't even let people know that VeVe exists. So I mean, I don't know if maybe they feel a certain way that VeVe has partnered with Disney or something like that. I mean, I get it. Y'all are in a rivalry. So maybe it's something like that, but still, I mean, Marvel clearly makes good decisions. Why not just tough it out and follow some of follow in their footsteps? Like, stop trying to compete with a company that's clearly dogging you when it comes down to it. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Let's not even jump into that one. But yeah, they do have some Matrix NFTs coming. And it is going to be on the Nifty with a partner, Nifty. And yeah, it looks like they've worked with them before as well. So, I mean, that's interesting. Not really, like I said, it's not really competition. It's not the same thing at all. But yeah, I mean, the Warner Bros. Is going, so switching sides, going to the ops. But next, also this one, we have another one from the same studio that MGM, I'm pretty sure. Okay, look at this. Yeah, so VeVe. Got to go down to the VeVe part. So right here, MGM recently partnered with VeVe to launch NFTs for No Time to Die, making it the first James Bond film digital collectibles. And I guess this is the same company again. They've gone and decided to work with another company for Pulp Fiction. And what's interesting, actually reading about this blockchain, reading this article, it makes the blockchain seem cool. It's not something I'm going to check into. I don't care about it that much, but it does seem interesting. I guess this is like the first private blockchain to where you can't, I guess, trace back information, which kind of defeats the purpose of the blockchain, I think. But I mean, hey, I mean, to each his own. If you found your lane and it's working for you, then go for it, buddy. But let's get into it. So first off, we got to start by saying RIP to Jack Kirby, man. Legend. He was responsible for creating some of the most iconic characters. He had a hand in creating the Hulk, Captain America, I believe. Let me see. Did he create Superman? Spider-Man. Spider-Man was born through a combination of contributions of 3 specific people. It all started out with an idea from Stan Lee to create a young, ordinary teen hero. Lee had taken this idea to his head at the time. Jack Kirby, I guess Jack Kirby has something to do with Spider-Man, maybe. Captain America, the Incredible Hulk, and the Fantastic Four. So he's had a hand in a lot of stuff. So I guess, look at this. So why did Jack Kirby leave Marvel? It was that simple. He was very unhappy at Marvel and wanted to come over to DC. Marvel wouldn't pay him for writing, and I would. So he made more money with us. Jack Kirby, he said yes because he felt that I could do it. So yeah, I don't know the context of all of that, but it looks like he did. This article claims that he was unhappy at Marvel. Obviously we don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, apparently Marvel wasn't paying. And I mean, to be fair, they just got into it with Angelina Jolie. So I mean, I'm not saying Marvel is just the flawless company. They clearly have their set of issues, but yeah, I mean, I don't know any truth to this. But based on this story, it looks like the person who wrote this article here is actually capitalizing off of yeah, this moment to dog, I guess, Marvel. I don't know if I wouldn't take this necessarily as a shot at VeVe, but it's definitely a shot at Marvel and Marvel working through VeVe. So as you can see, it's called Marvel. It says Marvel discovers new way to exploit Jack Kirby with Eternals NFTs. So obviously you can tell the direction that this is going just from that title. Marvel is bringing the exploitation of the work of Jack Kirby into the modern age with a new series of Eternals NFTs offered through VeVe. Launching Thursday at 11 a.m., the Eternals collection will feature 5 versions of an Eternals digital comic that, yes, technically you could read on Marvel Unlimited, but then you wouldn't have the additional pleasure of destroying the environment and ensuring the planet will be uninhabitable for future generations. So starting out fresh out of the gate, you can tell this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Or this is actually Jude, this might be a woman. You can tell this person has no idea what they're talking about whatsoever. Obviously, they haven't done much research into VeVe. When it comes down to looking at the blockchain, it looks like they're just generalizing whatever blockchain that they actually heard about. And yeah, they're pretty ignorant. They didn't take the time to do research. And if I was a professional writer for a living, and I mean, I would kind of want to check the details to make sure I'm not saying something stupid, which these people tend to do all the time when they write articles like this. I understand you're trying to make a point and make Marvel look as bad as possible, but at least educate yourself about who Marvel is working with. Like, come on now, don't try to come at the technology that's being used, because then you get into VeVe territory. And then by the fact that they said technically you could read on Marvel Unlimited, you could read it. Yeah, you could read it, but can you own it? I think that's like, they don't understand the point of cryptocurrency, which very few people understand. Well, not cryptocurrency, but NFTs. Very few people do right now, but man, which, if we're being perfectly honest, is how Kirby would have wanted it. Or at least that's what Marvel apparently believes, since they refer to the release of the NFTs as celebrating Kirby's legacy. So, I mean, obviously, it starts off taking shots at Marvel, making it seem like they're exploiting Jack Kirby, and they're not doing this for his legacy. Obviously, you see they have some strong feelings towards Marvel on behalf of Jack Kirby. Now, I don't know the story there. I don't know the whole situation. So I really couldn't really speak on that or comment on that. But I mean, yeah, who knows? Celebrate the legacy of Jack Kirby and the Eternals with the latest digital comics collectibles drop of the Eternals #1 on VeVe. So as you can see, they're still using his name. They're still shouting him out. They're still paying homage for his work. All I see is credit being given, but because they could have just left his name out of it. Like, this would do well simply because it's Marvel, but they still put his name in it. And I mean, I feel like they're just giving credit. They gave credit. Obviously, we know the details. Then he goes to say, or she goes to say, can you afford to miss out on this opportunity to own a worthless digital signature designating you as the proud owner of a useless digital file? Surely not. So a useless digital file. Well, I mean, the first useless digital file on VeVe is worth $40,000. So, which, I mean, based on the writing quality of this article, I doubt this person makes that in a year. So my advice would be to probably get on VeVe and try to go for this useless digital file, and then you wouldn't have to resort to just writing stuff like this and making whatever you make writing this, because I mean, it can't be much. I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not trying to be mean, but with this quality of writing, with this lack of detail, with lack of research, it's just, I'm not even a writer, and I can tell how bad this is. But yeah, hey, I mean, I'm biased though. I'm a VeVe guy, so hey, who knows? But yeah, surely not. Why, if you didn't get one of these, you wouldn't be able to, or you couldn't, well, you're not actually what is this? Who writes like this? Like this supposed to be a professional publication or something? You able to, you couldn't, well, boo boo, like what is this? Like, who writes like this in an article, bro? Like, you can literally tell how this person talks in real life based on this article. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, we're not actually sure what you would do with these, but whatever it is, it must be important. Check out the Eternals NFTs below. I mean, you don't know what to do with them because you don't look at the VeVe platform. There's going to be quite a few like forms of utility. One thing that you can do is you can actually bring this up in augmented reality, look around the comic book, read it, and you wouldn't be damaging the value of it. Like, there's so many different things that you could do with this NFT. But I mean, this person wouldn't look into something like that. But yeah, let's see. So this is about Jude Terra. I'm actually interested in knowing about her. A prophecy claims that in the comic book industry's darkest days, a hero would come to lead the people through a plague of overpriced floppies, incentive variant covers, #1 issue reboots, and super mega crossover events. Unfortunately, nobody can tell when the comic industry has reached its darkest days because it somehow keeps finding new lows to sink to. No matter, Jude Terror stands vigilant, bringing the snarkiest of comic book and pro wrestling clickbait to the undeserving readers of Bleeding Cool. Okay, so she's a clickbaiter. I mean, great job. Actually, they're like, great job. I don't know. I probably should have read that at the beginning. Should have started off reading that part. Then I would have just wasted, 12 minutes of our life. So that being said, yo, I mean, I still found the article pretty entertaining. I found it entertaining. I don't know what this person's out here doing, but yeah, let me know how you all feel about this. Let me know if you're going for this drop. Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated with everything going on. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out, yo.